Hello, and welcome to this presentation. My name is Mike from Group 5, and today we will be presenting the 5 project management process groups. Before we get into 5 groups, let's see who makes up Group 5. Now, let's get back to business. What are the 5 process groups of project management? For starters, every project will contain 5 key components within its lifespan. Those 5 components are known as process groups. They consist of the initiating process, the planning process, the executing process, the monitoring and controlling process, and lastly, the closing process. So what exactly does all that mean? Let's break that down a little bit. For starters, let's talk about the initiating process. The initiating process is the first phase of any project. According to projectmanagementacademy.net, the initiating process helps to set the vision of what is to be accomplished. This is where the project is formally authorized by the sponsor, initial scope is defined, and the stakeholders are identified. This phase is critical to the project because without it, it will not have a real stated goal or objective. Setting clear phases for work to be completed, initializing teams, and having the budget in place before work begins are vital for a strong start to any project. While the initiating process may seem like the same overall concept, the planning phase takes all of the information gathered in the initiating phase and creates a much more detailed and elaborate representation of the overall project. This phase will act as the roadmap for the rest of the project. In this phase, some key documents are created, such as the project management plan, the schedule, and the risk register. The next process sounds like it would be pretty self-explanatory. We are taking everything that we have planned to date and we are executing it, putting it into action. The project management plan that was created in the planning process is now used here to keep the entire project on track for completion. The work is now dispersed among the select team members and they begin working on the project deliverables. The other processes that we have touched on in this project all seem to be functioning in sequential order. This process group, however, exists throughout the entire lifespan of the project. This phase is essentially used to review and regulate the progress and performance of the project. Here is where they will make the necessary changes to particular areas of the project to improve the overall result of the project. Aside from the obvious name of this process group, there is more done here than just closing the project. Here is where the customer will have to sign off on the completion of the work and provide the team with any feedback, either positive or negative, depending on the quality of work the customer received. I would like to take a second to thank you for listening. On behalf of